Okay, so anybody that watches my videos knows that I'm electronically tortured, and I have been for 6 years, and actually it was a lot longer than that. So I keep saying that you need to be at 540 on the scale of human consciousness because that's the galactic law. So you got to look into my other videos and get your consciousness up to 540. Will that let you escape the Brent Beeson experience? We're trying to figure that out. This is electronic harassment. Oh, you look at all my videos, they harass me all the time because it's going on right now, live. We'll have to wait for some words because the devils continue to hijack my video. But part of the Earth experience for me is being tortured by devils. So everyone on planet Earth is going to have the Brent Beeson experience of being tortured by devils. Maybe you already have? No, looks like a hell of a lot of people don't. So part of your soul education, SOUL education, is you are going to experience the same thing that has been given to me. The horrible, horrible, it's called, by one of the devils. Came to me 6 years ago and called himself Rumpelstiltskin. The horrible, horrible. Everybody is going to experience the horrible, horrible of something like what I've had. Because you need to know. You need to come to a good understanding of what devilish people do. Because at a soul level, it has to be put into your soul what it is like to have devils on you. Doesn't it seem like a horrible thing to happen? Well, if you're an eternal being, you need a lifetime where you were tortured. Does it seem unfair? I don't want to tell you. It's totally unfair. Nevertheless, I've been tortured against my will. And I have not got support from the people of planet Earth. The people of planet Earth are not going out of their way to help me when I'm being tortured. So, karma is karma. What about people who've already been tortured by others? Well, the books of karma will be looked at. If somebody already has had a horrible abusive person around their life that's been beating them up, then they've already had a horrible experience. It just seems like, I'm extra special tortured. And a lot of people don't seem to have that kind of torture at all. And given that this is Earth Ascension and we're going to the fifth dimensional Earth, those people who haven't had the experience of being tortured by people who are doing abuse of power need to have that experience. Because they do. So somewhere along the line, it's going to be looked at in this lifetime or in past lifetimes. Did you have a lifetime where you were tortured? Probably a lot of people did. Probably. Can you expect to be tortured in the future? With the Brent Beeson experience that I'm going through now? What do you want? Do you want to be tortured for 6 years, non-stop? So that you can catch up to me and how I feel about torture? Are you still eating meat? If you are still eating meat, if you ate meat today or yesterday, you're going to have the Brent Beeson experience because you torture those animals. And these people that torture me are animals. If you're still eating meat, you're going to have something like the torturing of Bobby Burrows happening to you. Maybe you're going to be put into an animal body and you're going to have your human consciousness in an animal body, and maybe you're going to be a cow going to the slaughterhouse, or a chicken, because you need to come to a full and complete understanding of what it's like for those what you call animals, but I'm going to call sentient beings, because they know pain and they know their children. Mother duck and her baby ducks. She looks after the children and she knows if one is missing. She does. So if you hunt and you shoot ducks for sport, or you like eating Peking duck, then you've signed up for extra torture. Because that's what the devil say. I can't get anything further to you. Am I being tortured because I ate meat this lifetime? I did. Jesus said, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. Did I know what I was doing every time I eat meat? No. Because it's cultural norm. Every restaurant pushes meat products. When I was growing up, my father, if I wasn't very hungry, he'd say, well, don't eat any of like the potatoes and whatever. Just eat the meat. That's what he would say. Just eat the meat. If you go, well, no, I don't know. When I was like, 8 years old. So it was ingrained in my upbringing that meat was the most important foodstuff. The other stuff could be passed over, but you need to eat meat. Meat is expensive, and I don't want to waste money, would have been probably the reason. And then somebody else would say, well, you need the iron in the meat because your body needs iron, and you can only get it from animal products. Anyways, that was the household I was brought up in, and who wasn't? So modern day, I knew about these people for the ethical treatment of animals and whatever, but I don't know. It's cultural norm. It's like in every movie, every TV show, people eat meat. And the advertisements are, support the American pork producer, support Canadian milk producers. Foodland Ontario. Good things grow in Ontario. Well, that was for, fruits and things. The Ontario Turkey Marketing Board. They have these things, marketing boards. It's quota, and it keeps the prices up. Government-sponsored high prices to protect, supposed to be family farms, but everybody knows the days of the family farm. I don't know how many people buy their stuff from family farms. You buy it at Winn-Dixie or Safeway or Metro in Canada. Where does that food come from? Does it come from family farms or corporate farms? Or the corporations? I'm sure they got their dirty noses in buying up all the land, because that's what I hear all the time. Electronic harassment continues. The torture of Bobby Burrows. Lots of videos about me. So, can you expect to be tortured the way I am? I've given you as best information I can. The best thing you can do today is go vegan. Stop eating meat and stop buying eggs and stop buying milk and stop buying cheese. It's horrible. I'm going to strip away your whole human diet. The whole human diet. Well, because we need the food producers to produce cheese substances that are not based upon milk. And I've looked on the internet and there are recipes available for vegans to make vegan cheese. And you can go to KFC and you can have a plant-based what in essence tastes like a chicken burger. Buy that one when you go to KFC, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference between that and the chicken version because it's all deep fried. It tastes the same. And after I've had it that 2 or 3 times, I don't want to have it anymore because I don't like it. It was the same with KFC when I used to eat chicken. I love the smell of it, but when you eat it, it's greasy and I don't feel well after I ate KFC quite a few times. The devils do want you tortured the way I've been tortured because they'd want to be the ones to torture you. How many days of torture would be acceptable for you to pay off the bad karma of you eating meat this lifetime? No days of torture? A month of torture? A year of torture? 2 years of torture? 3 years of torture? 4 years of torture? 5 years of torture? 6 years of torture? Hi, and I was, electronically harassed in the past. But, let's go with 6 years of me being tortured all the time and hijacked completely from my life as a human being. Completely hijacked, and they're still doing it, these evil fucking people. So do you need, at soul level, 6 years of being tortured for a full and complete wind-up of your lifetime in 3D Earth? Because we're going to 5D, the 5th dimension, and we won't be eating animals, and we won't be beaten up. Because all the fucking people that are devils are not going to 5D Earth, ever. Well, what's the dividing line? I don't know. The devils always want to make it impossible for you to go to 5D Earth. Because they always want to be the lords of karma. They're going to keep telling you, you need to recycle back to planet Earth to pay off your bad karma from previous lives when you did bad things, even though the civilization that you lived in forced you to do bad things or made it. I don't know. I don't know about past lives and things. I don't know. In the end, let's just say, fuck the devils. You get your consciousness up to 540 and you go to 5D Earth. Because that's what they showed in the Celestine Prophecy movie. The teacher, we got to watch the movie, Celestine Prophecy movie. The teacher, who was, a person like you, met people who were 5th dimensional and was guided into being more and more 5th dimensional. And he didn't have to go back to 3D Earth to pay off all of his bad karma for meat eating. Didn't have to. So let's just tell the devils to fuck off. But it's still on you. You must get up to 540 on the scale of human consciousness. You must ditch your evil ego. I do. The everyday ego of, just a generally good person. You still have got to get up to 540. And if you don't know what that is, then you need to get Transcending the Levels of Consciousness, a book by David R. Hawkins. You need that book. You can afford $20 to get that book. You can afford it because if you want to go to a heaven on earth, you need to get your job done. The lords of karma are, the people that torture me, they like to call themselves lords of karma because the lords of cruelty are the lords of karma. And they want to trap you forever. You suffering, me suffering, and them sitting pretty. Like Jeffrey Epstein would, or Prince Andrew would, or Bill Clinton would. Fuck them people. Well, where's the dividing line? How bad do you got to be to go to Lake of Fire or whatever? Don't worry about all that shit. You are responsible for you. Never mind Epstein and all the rest of them fucking people. You have got to get up to 540. If you don't, you're going to be considered a devil and you're going to the lake of fire. If you're at 499 and you think I'm pretty close to 540, it's not good enough. It's a logarithmic scale. You need to get that book, Transcending the Levels of Consciousness, and you need to read it because it's very, very good at explaining the difference between 499 and 500. A huge, huge, huge difference between those two numbers. 1 point on the scale is a huge difference in consciousness. But these evil fucking people that are doing this evil shit, they're going to pay off their evil karma. And if you've had evil, I can't help you out. Don't listen to all this stuff. Because a lot of times they're told if they raise their consciousness to 540, that they won't be tortured. And if they keep raising their consciousness, the karma that they've incurred may be easier for them to pay off. If they get up to the level of 50,000 Archangel, if you want to learn about karma, David R. Hawkins is also very good as a spiritual teacher on telling you. So David R. Hawkins is on YouTube and you can watch him there. If you don't do your homework and you don't look in to David R. Hawkins and the scale of human consciousness, then you've decided to be a lazy bastard and you're going to be treated as a toxic devil. And you're going to go and have the Brent Beeson experience. You're going to be tortured the way I have until you get the idea that it's no fun to be tortured and it's no fun to sit on your lazy fucking ass when over and over again you're told